Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Today we are going to take a quick approach onto how you can start generating passive income with yield farming. There's a ton of options out there, a ton of strategies you can use, higher risk, lower risk. Today we are going to just scratch the surface. We're going to stick to low risk options, and for that reason we are going to do the following. We are going to choose one liquid staking protocol. For this video I chose TREZOR, and I think they're doing something unique here. They also offer some things that I don't see many other liquid staking protocols do, and I like TREZOR because of that. I'm not holding a bag or anything. The video is not sponsored, although if TREZOR team is looking and they want to sponsor some future content, I would be alright with that because, like I said, I like what they're doing. I like what the protocol offers. So what we are going to do is just take a very simple approach. We are going to take some Matic, we are going to stake it here with TREZOR, a liquid staking protocol, and if you don't know what those are, refer to the description. I did recently some content on it explaining you how you can take advantage of those as part of a yield farming strategy, and you'll understand better and in more depth how these type of protocols work. But they are battle tested, and as you can see here on DeFi Llama, overall the TVL for DeFi as of now is very close to $85 billion, right? So if you even take a look at the main protocols, Lido, the biggest one when it comes to TVL, is a liquid staking protocol, and on the top 10 we have two other liquid staking protocols, Rocket Pool and Binance Staked ETH. So they are very popular, and if we look at the combined TVL of liquid staking protocols, when compared to the overall TVL of DeFi, they're just roughly half of it. So you can see how big of a market liquid staking protocols are. And that's just because, like I said, they are battle tested. So there's a lot of trust from DeFi community into putting their money with these protocols. So looking at the protocols here on the liquid staking side of DeFi, you see that Lido leads the game. They have a huge TVL of over $25 billion. They operate with 5 chains, but if you look at the rest, they are mainly only allowing users to stake their tokens on one chain. But if you look at TREZOR, although they're ranked 11th, they have almost $500 million in TVL, but they offer 6 chains, which is much more than the average protocol. As you can see, most of these offer 1, 2 chains, but most of them, even on the top 10, they only offer one option. And when it comes to more than that, there's Lido, the biggest player, right? They have 5 chains, but TREZOR has 6. So it has a lot of flexibility when it comes to that. And that's one of the things that I do like about TREZOR, giving the user that type of flexibility. So let's go with it. I'm going to show you how you can use it. And let's talk a little bit about also of how you can use the liquid staking potential to maximize your earnings. All right, so we're here on the TREZOR protocol website. Simply put, when you do staking to secure a blockchain, you're looking at something like 4 or 5% reward when doing staking. But if you look at the potential for liquid staking with DeFi, you are going to have rewards that's going to be 3, 4x what staking is offering you. And not only they do support 6 chains, but also I'm not aware of many other liquid staking protocols that offer such diverse portfolio options when it comes to getting the liquid staking benefits out of your blue chip assets. With TREZOR you get Ethereum, Polygon, Hedera, and BNB. Most others, including Lido, only offer Ethereum, or in the case of Lido, it offers Ethereum and Polygon. So again, I'd like TREZOR because of all these aspects. Now, for the sake of this video, we are going to go with Polygon because I think it's very much underappreciated. Like I said on my last video, for the past few days it has gone up in price a little bit, but I think still we are very far from the potential of what Polygon can offer. I think it's going to hit $5 per coin, but let's go and start staking. I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. I'm going to click here on stake now, and I'm going to be redirected straight to the page where staking Matic is available. Alright, you can see here it's safe and secured, so they're audited. I won't go too much in depth here. I just want to show you the steps for you to start liquid staking, and from there on see what options are out there. And the annual staking rewards for Matic are over 5% as of now. You also have the total Matic stakes here with them, and you'll have three options: stake and stake withdraw. Matic X are the liquid tokens you get when you deposit Matic here. So you deposit Matic, you start getting 5%, over 5% APR, and then you will be able to use your Matic X tokens elsewhere in any other DeFi protocol that does accept them. So one of the downsides for comparing, for example, Stader with Lido would be that Lido would have more partnerships, potentially more options for you to use your liquid staking tokens. But it doesn't mean that those rewards would be more profitable. That's a completely different conversation. So if I would want to return my Matic X and get my original Matic back to my wallet, I would need to come here on Unstake. Then I would click on Max, or if I would just want to get a percentage of my initial Matic back, I don't need to return the whole thing. I could just return a fraction of this. And you see that I will get almost 5 Matic, which is what I deposited just yesterday. I deposited this just to show you how flexible this is and your funds are not locked. And from here on, I would just click on approve unstaking. And then you have here a warning that withdrawing Matic will take 90 checkpoints, 2 to 3 days as per Polygon's native unstaking. So this is just the regular nature of unstaking on Polygon. And then after the unstake has been approved and went over these 2 to 3 days roughly, I would be able to come here on the withdraw tab and just withdraw my Matic just like so. If you want to stake, you also just need to come here with your Matic. Remember to leave something in your wallet. This is a quick tip for beginners, because you still need Matic to pay for gas fees. As you see my balance here, I deposited 5, I left a little bit. It's more than enough because Matic is super low when it comes to gas fees. So this would be plenty to go around. Also, quick note here for the Add Matic X button. You can simply and easily import Matic X tokens to your wallet, so whenever you get them, it will show up on your dashboard, and for that you just need to click this button. Alright, now here on DeFi Llama, what did I do? I went on the Yields tab, then I selected pools. From here on, it allows us to select whatever pools we're looking for. So here on the token search bar, I introduced Matic X, and it's showing me 20 pools. I don't need to refine my filters anymore. 20 pools, it's enough for me to handle manually, and I am going to order this by APY. I want to see what's offering the highest APY, and it's actually a pair of wrapped Ethereum with Matic X on Merkle. Merkle is a protocol to incentivize liquidity with automated market makers. For example, Uniswap, QuickSwap, among many others. But the TVL here is a bit low to my liking. I mean, I'm not thinking anything crazy could happen. I think this pool has been around here with Merkle for many months. But if you're not comfortable with that, there's going to be other options. Let me just show you some other examples here of things to look out for. For example here, Uniswap v3, this would be a really great option. Wrapped Matic paired with Matic X. Virtually invulnerable to impermanent loss, because we're talking about two tokens that are pegged to Matic's price. And the APY here is also very high, very close to 40%. So potentially we got a winner here, right? Although the TVL is a bit low, if you want to get a bit riskier, it potentially could pay out handsomely. But if you scroll all the way to the right, the last 30 days average APY, this is important to notice, because if you look at the chart here even, you see some spikes, and that's why it's important to look at the 30-day average. So don't get carried away when you see these big numbers, although potentially we would get a winner here even with 15% APY, because like I said, it's a correlated pair. You would not even have to worry about impermanent loss. On the contrary, we get also here on Merkle Labs, it's Ethereum paired with Matic. They are very strongly correlated, but you can still suffer impermanent loss. But personally, overall, I don't care all that much about impermanent loss when we're talking about such correlations, such as Ethereum with Matic. Ethereum is layer 1, Matic is a layer 2 built on top of Ethereum, so they move along in price very closely. I myself am deploying my liquidity in other liquidity pools of this same pair, so I'm not worried about impermanent loss. Still, other options, let's go through. Matic X paired with the stablecoin here on Mesh Swap. paying very close to 30% APY. APY, by the way, factors in compounding. That's the difference between APY and APR. So you would need to constantly feed the fees that you're getting back into your position, right? So that's the main difference. But here with this example here on Mesh Swap, also take notice of the following. There's a reward APY on top of the base APY. What does this mean? Simply put, base APY are the fees generated when people trade this specific pair. The reward APY is the paid on the native protocol token. So in this case, it's Mesh Swap's native token. One accounts for the fees generated by the pair, and the other is an incentive provided, for example, by the native protocol where you are providing the liquidity to. Then on the fourth spot here, we have Wrapmatic paired with Matic X on Merkle. Let's take a look at that pool because it's paying 15% APY, and remember, if we add up the already 5% we're getting from Stader, this would be looking at 20% overall on a blue chip asset. So over a year, you would get 20% on your initial with a blue chip asset. And again, Matic is very much undervalued right now in my opinion. So I think this one is a very, very interesting option. And also here on Retro, it's another option. So let's see for each of these ones how the 30-day average APY is. And it's pretty much the same. And then you also get other options here, for example, on Beefy. Again, no impermanent loss here with Matic X paired with Matic, and they do all the compounding needed for you. APY is 9%, but if you take a look for the past month average, it's half of that. Also on Mesh Swap, you have this Matic X single staking pool paying 7% on the low end risk again. And if we scroll here on the right, it's even performing better than the pool on Beefy. So it's almost double of the average APY for the last month compared with what Beefy is offering. Another option would be using Sign Vaults here, staking Matic X there. And that's also one of the things you should consider because if you want to go this route of single staking, you don't have to worry about anything else. You deploy Matic on Stader, you get your Matic X, you go to these specific protocols, you stake them, and boom, you just had to add up these different APYs that these different platforms are paying you. While if you're looking for something else, like a liquidity pool, you have to also offer the other token. Although if you use Mesh Swap, for example, let me go here onto this specific pool on Mesh Swap. And in here you can see that although it's a liquidity pool of both tokens, you have different options when it comes for the assets to deposit. You can use both, you can use just Wrapmatic or just Matic X, and if you go this route and just select Matic X, they will automatically on the back hand do everything for you when it comes to trading. So there you have it. We are just scratching the surface, but I hope this video shows you the potential of yield farming, especially when you're starting with liquid staking protocols and finding other options to use those liquid tokens to stack on top of the already generating rewards from liquid staking. If there's something a bit confusing, let me know in the comments. Feel free to use them if you have any questions. Thank you for watching. Take care because you know how crazy crypto can get, and I'll see you on the next one.